Do you need this, Mrs. Kemp?
I have a confession. I think Ashton Kutcher is a joke. I'm not saying he isn't talented, and he certainly is pretty, but he's one of those one-note actors for whom I have even less use than a disposable douche. One movie blog goes so far as to suggest that Ashton hates the movies, since every role he takes seems to be more about a quick paycheck than polishing his craft. I can't say that I disagree. Just look at the man's body of work, from Dude, Where's My Car to What Happens in Vegas, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a serious actor in there. But before I dismiss the man completely, let me talk about one performance by Ashton that I did like. Every once in a while, with every artist, a work comes along that at least offers us a glimpse of his potential. Such was the case with Spread, a little-known 2009 indie starring Ashton in a sort of modern-day variation of Midnight Cowboy. Spread is a movie that, while flawed, at least has the courage of its convictions. That alone is reason to celebrate. The fact that Ashton plays an ugly, dramatic variation of his screen persona, much as Adam Sandler did in Punch Drunk Love, is another reason. I'm not saying Spread is as good as Punch Drunk Love, but if you want to watch Ashton truly stretch his acting chops, Spread is, to paraphrase Charles Bukowski, the best love poem he can write at the moment. The meandering narrative of Spread follows Nicky, a handsome playboy, as he shuffles about Los Angeles, latching onto wealthy older women and allowing himself to be taken in as their boy toy. As the film opens, Nicky has already grown tired of his latest benefactor and is looking for something new, which he finds in Samantha, played by Anne Hesh, a rich and ravenous divorcee in a mansion on a hill that seems like the perfect setup for Nicky. Unfortunately, Nicky is a flawed figure, destined to sabotage himself whenever he gets too much of a good thing. To make matters worse, he meets Heather, played by Margarita La Viva, a pretty waitress who is immune to Nicky's charms and perhaps has more in common with him than he would like to admit. As I said, the film is far from perfect, but it does capture the sun-bleached loneliness of Nicky's nomadic LA existence, and Ashton Kutcher perhaps has a better handle on this character than in any of his other films. Spread's strength is its ambiance, its attempts at verisimilitude that it often manages to fulfill, and the cojones it displays by taking the story where it needs to go, not where we want it to go. It's a solid film, containing the kind of role someone of Kutcher's stature should be seeking out at this juncture in his career, and I have no qualms recommending it. Don't go in expecting the goofy Ashton Kutcher of That 70s Show, but if you're in the mood for something a little more subtle, Mad Matt says, check out The Spread.
All right, we've seen what you can do with a boy. How are you when they come a little bigger?